What's up, guys? It's Joseph with the Tennessee Concrete Association. Thank you for entering our concrete disc competition. Let me get to the details of this competition and what you need to be ready for. The goal of this competition is for you to show us what you learned in Concrete Quest by making 3 concrete discs and a concrete cylinder. As you know, in order to sign up for this competition, you have to complete level 1 of Concrete Quest. We recommend that you also complete level 2 because it has a lot of information on mixes and how to make a concrete cylinder properly. Like I said before, in order to see how to properly make a concrete cylinder, go to the end of level 2 and watch the Making the Concrete Cylinder video, and you should learn all about it. So let's get down to what's really important, the prizes. We have a $500 cash reward for first place, $300 reward for second place, and $100 reward for third place. Once you have signed up for the competition, we'll send you a kit. All the materials you'll need for this project are going to be contained inside of the bucket, and then that bucket will be inside of a box. When you receive this stuff in the mail, please keep the box and the bucket. You'll ship everything back to us in that same box and bucket. Inside the bucket, you'll also find a prepaid packaging label. Be sure to take off the label that we used to send it to you and replace it with the label inside the box. The one thing you guys will be responsible for is to purchase 1 bag of pre-mixed concrete from a local construction supply store or hardware store in your area. You'll use this to make your concrete discs and your cylinder. Now keep in mind, this is a pre-mixed concrete, not mortar, not grout, not cement, pre-mixed concrete. It's completely up to you what concrete mix you use. Just make sure that it is concrete. Feel free to use the bucket that we provide in the kit to mix your concrete in. We recommend doing larger batches of concrete when you do your mixing as opposed to really small batches, say to do 1 disc. Begin by filling your bucket with about 15 pounds of concrete mix material. This is the equivalent of filling your bucket to between 2 and 3 inches full. If you purchase a 60-pound bag of concrete, doing 15-pound batches gives you enough for 4 trial batches. 15 pounds is also enough to fill your molds and your cylinders. A good starting point for 15 pounds of mix is about 2 cups of water. You can add more as needed. Concrete is really strong in compression, or when you push it together. Concrete is pretty weak in tensile when you pull it apart or try to bend it. So fibers help gain tensile strength in concrete because it acts as an interlocking webbing system once it's mixed into our concrete. The fibers that we put in the kit can be used to make your concrete stronger and hold together better. Next thing you'll want to do is add in your fibers. This is about 2 tablespoons of concrete fibers. So we'll mix these in for another couple minutes. It is important that you thoroughly mix your concrete sample. We recommend that you mix for at least 3 to 5 minutes and until your fibers are completely dispersed in the concrete. No clumping or anything like that is left. We recommend that you use fibers for the mix you make your disc with. You do not need fibers in your concrete cylinder mix because fibers do not significantly impact compressive strength. You should have plenty of concrete left over, so we recommend doing some trial batches. Do some testing, see how they perform, adjust the amount of water you put in the mix, the amount of fibers you put in the mix, and see if you can get your strengths right where you want. There are several household items you can use to mix the concrete in the bucket, or if you have a wheelbarrow, feel free to use that as well to do your mixing. You could use something like a small shovel, a large spoon, or a mixing device that goes in a drill. As you go through this process, it's very important to document all of your steps because you'll use this in your video presentation. Some things that you want to record are your mixing process, how you cast your cylinders and your discs. You'll also want to show us what concrete mix you use. Make sure you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your story. Also talk about some things that you've learned through Concrete Quest and through this competition. Try to keep your video presentations around 2 minutes long. After you've properly casted your concrete cylinder, you'll want to cure your cylinder and your concrete discs in water. The way we cure concrete is to leave it in water at a certain temperature range for 28 days. Our recommendation is to use the bucket that we send you in the kit, fill it up with water until it's above the concrete cylinder and your discs, and leave it inside in an air-conditioned room for that full 28 days. This gets you probably within the range you need to be in order to get proper curing. If you don't have the opportunity to cure your specimens for the full 28 days, still enter them into the competition. You may have a great chance depending on how you do your mixes. But for proper curing, you want to cure for 28 days. One of your concrete discs will be judged on its artistic design. There's no rules with this. Make it as creative and unique as possible. Your other two concrete discs will be tested for resilience in a drop test. This is where we recommend using fibers in your mix. The best performance we get out of your two discs will be what we use to score you on. The last thing we're going to do is test your concrete cylinder for strength. We're going to put it in our brake machine and take it to its limits. The concrete cylinder with the highest compressive strength, or pounds per square inch, will get the highest score. The deadlines for entry of this competition will be March 1st, 2026. Be sure you give your package enough time to reach TCA's office by March 1st, 2026. All contestants will be invited to Middle Tennessee State University's Concrete Industry Management Program for the live competition and a tour of the industry program. Winners will be chosen and awarded that day. The scoring parameters for the competition are listed here. You will also be scored on your video presentations. We are super excited to see what you guys present and look forward to seeing you on the competition day, March 13th, 2026.